Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program. The Ministry of Education and Partners COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program is a 30-minute radio intervention support program that is meant to provide continuous instruction to keep you academically engaged during this stay-at-home period, as well as preparing you, our 6th, 9th, and 12th graders for the pending Liberia Primary School Certificate Exam, Liberia Junior High School Certificate Exam, and West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Exam when the time comes. Also, in addition to this academic support, the program is meant to provide psychosocial support for learners, teachers, and parents, and also tips on how you as parents and teachers can provide support to your students and children at home. Now, let's join our teacher for today's lesson.
Hello, learners. My name is Reuben Duo, your social studies instructor, and this is the Ministry of Education COVID-19 Teaching by Radio program for you, our beloved students and teachers of the Republic of Liberia. Welcome. Our subject today is social studies for grade 9. And the main topic is man and his environment. Learners, please take your pens and papers and get ready for today's lesson. Again, welcome and let us learn. Today we will discuss the topic man and his environment. However, our main focus for today's lesson will be specifically on the environment. At the end of this lesson, each learner will be able to describe the sphere of an environment and categorize it into 4 parts. Now, what do you think when you hear the word environment? I'm sure some of you already have the correct answer, while others are still struggling to get the answer. Wherever you are, learners, can you please put your pens and papers down, take a look around you, and describe what you see out there? I know you have seen a lot. Of course, what you see depends on where you are presently. If you are in some parts of the southeastern region of Liberia, okay, let's be more specific with your geographical location. If you are in some part of Grand Cru County or Maryland County, you might have seen a vast grassland or a savanna. For learners in Grand Jide County, you know the county has very thick or dense rainforest. I guess those of you in Sino County are already following us in this discussion. Because there in Sino County, we have the Sapo National Park where trees, water, and wildlife can be found. And of course, if you found yourself in the coastal part of Liberia, you will see the great Atlantic Ocean and beautiful beaches. I am talking specifically to you who live in some parts of Grand Cape Mount County, Bomi, Magibi, Monserrado, Grand Bassa, Riverses, Sino, Grand Cru, and Maryland counties. Because these are the counties that are located near the ocean. For those of you in some part of Nimba, Lofa, Grand Jide, and Bon counties, you cannot see the Atlantic Ocean. Instead, you have in those counties physical features like Mount Nimba, Mount Wologisi, Mount Putu, including the Bong Range and other highlands. Now, learners, what do you make of things that you see around you? Are they not part of your environment? Yes, of course. They are part of your environment. For example, the air, trees, rivers, creeks, hills, savanna, animals, fish, birds, and the list goes on. There are many other answers that could also be correct because we are all surrounded by lots of things that make up our environment. With all these geographical features that we ourselves have listed, I know certainly that you already have the basic concept of what an environment is. Let us now consider the meaning of the word environment. According to our lesson for today, environment may be defined as the total surrounding of an organism in a given area, including physical surrounding and climate factor. An organism could be a human, animal, plant, virus, bacteria, or any living creature for that matter. Since we said that the environment is the total surrounding of an organism in a given area, including physical surrounding, the climate factor, etc., it also means that we can categorize the sphere of man's environment into several parts. Listen, as I name the 4 categories of the sphere of man's environment. 1. Atmosphere. Atmosphere is spelled A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-E. 2. Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is spelled H-Y-D-R-O-S-P-H-E-R-E. The next word is biosphere. The word biosphere is spelled B-I-O-P-H-E-R-E. The last word on our list, learners, is lithosphere. Lithosphere is spelled L-I-T-H-O-P-H-E-R-E. Learners, let us now define each of the 4 words that we just named. Again, take your pens and papers and write this important information about the various kinds of spheres. First, you need to understand that the word sphere in this lesson means to surround. Atmosphere. The root word atmo refers to steam or vapor. Therefore, atmosphere refers to the air that surrounds the earth. The atmosphere is always in motion and constantly changing. It is believed that there are many different gases and layers that make up the atmosphere. 1. The bottom layer of the atmosphere is known as the troposphere. The troposphere is where the weather happens. It is the warmest because of the heat rising from the Earth's surface. But it becomes colder with altitude or height. 2. Stratosphere. The stratosphere is the part of the atmosphere where the large concentration of ozone gas is found. The ozone gases are needed because they absorb a large percent of radiant solar energy by protecting the Earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. Learners, I know you sometimes listen to radio and hear about how man's activities in his environment affect the ozone layer.
Coronavirus is spread via droplets. When the person coughs or sneezes, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer.
The next sphere on our list is the mesosphere. The mesosphere. The coldest of the atmosphere is known as the mesosphere. This is the part of the atmosphere where the water vapor often freezes to create clouds that are purely made of ice. Then we have the thermosphere. The topmost layer of the atmosphere is known as the thermosphere. This is where many satellites circle the Earth. Satellites are widely used for communication and research purposes. Some phones and televisions are directly connected to satellites. The relevant part of the atmosphere is made up of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Hydrosphere is the next sphere on our list. The word hydrosphere derives from the root word hydro, which refers to water. Therefore, learners, hydrosphere is the world of water, which exists in the form of rivers, lakes, oceans, snow, glacier, water underneath the Earth's surface. The water vapor that is found in the atmosphere, including all forms of water in the Earth's environment. Plant and animal organisms rely on hydrosphere for their survival as water is essential. The hydrosphere is also a home to many plants and animals, and it is believed that the hydrosphere covers approximately 70% of the Earth's surface. Biosphere. The third part of the sphere of the environment of our list is the biosphere. Remember that bio refers to life. The biosphere is composed of all living organisms, including plants and animals. It is believed that all life exists in the biosphere. Lithosphere. The next sphere on our list is lithosphere. The root word litho refers to rocks and minerals. Therefore, lithosphere includes the solid rock crust that covers the entire planet. This solid rock crust is composed of a number of different kinds of rocks that have been categorized into 3 groups based on how they are formed. The three groups are: 1. Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed by heat and or pressure from pre-existing rocks. Igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed by the cooling of hot molten rock, also known as magma. When the hot magma cools, it begins to harden, meaning once it had fully cooled, it creates what is known to be an igneous rock. Sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from pre-existing rocks. When rocks erode and mix with other dirt, clay, and particles, they settle together and form a sedimentary rock. The lithosphere includes a various number of different landforms, such as mountains, valleys, rocks, minerals, and soil. The lithosphere is constantly changing due to forces and pressures such as the sun, wind, ice, water, and chemical changes. Finally, for our lesson today, we said that environment is the total surrounding of an organism in a given area, including physical surrounding and climate factor. We also learned that the sphere of an environment can be divided into 4 parts, including 1. Atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and finally, the lithosphere. The stratosphere is the part of the atmosphere where the large concentration of ozone gas is found. The relevant part of the atmosphere is made up of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. For more lessons, please tune in to the following stations: Truth FM 96.1, ELBC 99.9, ELUM 98.7, Hot FM 107.9, Cool FM 91.9, Echoes Radio 91.5, Kings FM 88.5, Freedom FM 89.9, OKFM 99.5, and City FM 90.2.